Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashli Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, Windows Workshop Power Options, I'm going to show you how you can control every aspect of your computer and make sure that none of your external devices ever get turned off. I'm going to show you power settings in two different places. And to get to Power Options, we're first going to hit Start, and then you should be able to just type in Power. And one of the options that you'll get is Power and Sleep Settings. In this window on the right-hand side, there's an additional power settings option, or this may be at the bottom of your screen if it doesn't take up the whole screen. I'm going to click on additional power settings, and this is where it tells you which plan you have selected. You may have more plans than I have active here, or you may have different plans available generally. Additionally, you may have an option like I do here that says Show Additional Plans. If you have this option, choose High Performance if available, or Balanced if that's the highest performance rating available, and then to the right of the plan you select, choose Change Plan Settings. In this window, you can choose when the computer will turn off the display and put the computer to sleep. And if you have a laptop, you'll have choices for this action, both on battery and while plugged in. So that way you can make sure that it never turns off while it's plugged in and you're likely working, but it will turn off and conserve your battery if your computer is not plugged in. We generally recommend that these are set to never. Next, I'm going to click Change Advanced Power Settings. And this is an important setting, especially if you use a lot of USB devices. In this advanced settings window, I'm going to hit the plus sign next to USB settings, and then the plus sign next to USB selective suspend setting. Here you see that my setting says enabled. And if you have a laptop, you may have two of these, one that says on battery and one that says plugged in. You want to change these so that they say disabled instead of enabled. I'm going to click on mine, and you see that it changes it into a drop-down box. And I'll click this drop-down box and choose disabled. And again, if you have a setting for on battery and plugged in, you'll want to do this to both. Next, I'll press apply to save this change, and then OK to close the advanced settings window. Next, I'm going to click Save Changes to save any changes that I made to my power plan. And this will take me back to the power plans. And I'm going to close this window. This is all that we need to do here. If you have a laptop, there are also additional settings on the left to control what happens when you close your lid or press your power button, and you may want to explore those options to see which you'd like best. I'll close this window now, and I'll also close the main settings window. I'm going to right-click on my Start button, and I'm going to go to Device Manager. And there's another group of settings within this window that can also be modified to make sure that your USB devices don't turn off. I'm going to find Universal Serial Bus Controllers and expand this option. This will show me all of the different USB items on my computer, including the USB hubs themselves. Some of these devices are devices that are plugged into my computer and using USB ports, and others represent the ports themselves. At the top, you have generic USB hub, and this is the first one that we're going to look at. Now, you may only have one or two of these items in your list, or you may have a bunch of them. Since I have a large desktop computer, I have a lot of USB ports. If you only have a laptop, you may only have a couple of USB ports, and so you may only have a couple entries here. I'm going to start with my generic USB hub. I will double click on it, and at the top there's a Power Management tab. And I'm going to go to the Power Management tab, and I'm going to make sure that both of these options are not checked. So I'm going to uncheck this box, and this box is already not checkable, so that's fine. So I can press OK to this, and I'm going to do the same thing for all of my other hub devices. So anything that says USB hub or USB root hub will have this option. So if I come down here and double click on USB root hub, you see that I have a Power Management tab, and I can check or uncheck these options. And you want to make sure that for each of your USB root hubs, that the power management section is not turned on. And this will make sure that your computer does not power down your USB devices when you're not using them. That way, if you have everything set up ready to go for a job, you don't have to worry about your microphone or your writer being turned off. And like I said, you may have a lot of these, or you may only have a few, and some may be turned on while others are turned off. So it's important that you check every option in this window to make sure that all of the power management options are turned off. And you see that if you click on one of these options, if this setting is not applicable, it simply won't have a power management tab. And so now for all of my USB root hubs and my generic USB hub, I have turned off the power management setting. And so that means even if the computer thinks I'm not using a device, it's not going to turn off power to that device and won't interfere in its operation. This could be useful for any variety of reasons, but it comes up fairly often when it comes to microphones. When you purchase a laptop from Advantage Software, this is a standard action that we take on your laptop before it's sent out to you, and we recommend that all of our users do this to get the best performance out of their work computer as possible. As a reminder, Advantage Software offers anytime support. Tech support can be reached with any question, anytime, including weekends and holidays, at 772-288-3266. Email support is also available at support@eclipsecat.com. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thanks so much and have a great day.